Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Spooky. We're going to be playing some Oxygen Not Included today. Now, we had something kind of unfortunate happen. I've actually been recording for the last hour and a half, and when I went to go and edit, well, it was a corrupted blue screen. So, that was neat. So, I'm going to let my duplicates kind of run around while I give you guys an overview of what I've been up to. This guy broke into my base. He farts whatever he breathes in a solid form. So now that he's not floating around in gross stuff, he poops out oxalate. I like him. This right here is a good lad. We expanded our sewage system because it started overflowing, and my solution for it is not going to be able to be applied for a little bit, to say the least. But pretty much what we're going to have it go for here is it's going to take the polluted water and we're going to use that to refine our metal with. And after it does that, we're going to have it dump into this liquid peptidizer room. That's going to heat it up to above what food poisoning can survive with, which is the main kind of thing in here that is a problem for recycling it back into our clean water system. Because the water sieve will take out kind of the solid waste, but it won't take care of the microbials. Now, the problem I ran into is that these two together need almost 2,000 units of electricity. And as of right now, we are producing 600. So that has been a little spicy. But we had a little bit of windfall with these little larva eggs. With these larva eggs, they make these things called flicksters, I suppose. And when they grow up, according to this little info box, they eat carbon dioxide and they poop out oil. We don't need oil right now, but for when we want to go and make like plastics and stuff like that, we actually have to be able to refine that. So that's actually a big deal. These guys are probably going to do a lot for us because I have not found a spot for a source of crude oil yet, aside from those things. But I don't actually know what they're going to grow up to be. Their name makes them sound kind of buggish. But that's going to be our goal here. So these are, to kind of give a recap, these are going to heat up all of our stuff, and these kind of help transfer the temperature. So that's going to transfer it over, and this third section is actually going to be full of stuff that's very cold. It's going to be full of these little weezewort plants, and so they breathe in vacuum, they breathe in nothing, and they put out cold. So we're going to plant a bunch of them in here. We're going to run all of the water past it, okay, to cool it down. And I'm hoping by the time it gets out of this room, it'll be cold enough to just go into the system, get filtered, and come back out. Now, I am kind of questioning what's going on here with this water sieve. Probably something big brain, right? Oh no, right, the carbon skimmer makes this and then outputs that. So why is the output pipe also... Oh no, this is the output pipe, and that goes up through the system and back down. I see. Anyways, it'll go through our sieve and get cleaned up properly. That way we can kind of start reusing it, because we had to tap into this one as well. We finished emptying out this one over here, and yeah, just continuing to supply for our water need. Now, the biggest stride that we actually made in today's play session is going to be all the way up here. So we dug up here, we did some exploring, right? And we came across a natural gas geyser. I don't know what that little suffix on the end means, but... yeah, so... I guess, yeah, we're gonna have to be able to analyze it and stuff like that. To get somebody that close, I think they're gonna be able to... They'll have to wear like a suit or something. But to solve our power problem, we built this natural gas generator. So there's a little bit more than that going on here. The electrical, not really a big deal, right? It's a generator. The complicated part comes from the ventilation. So, to kind of explain what's going on here, we have a gas pump to move the gas into the thing, right? But there's other gases, so we need to filter it. So only the filtered natural gas is going to go into the generator, and everything else is going to get pushed out kind of into our area over here. And that's just going to kind of dump it and put it on the other side of that airlock. There's a little bit of that will sneak in, and it'll actually damage the machinery if it goes in there. So what we're doing next with that is this will leak out polluted water, and it'll also leak out carbon dioxide. So that's where we kind of circle back to those slicksters, and we're hoping to kind of, I guess, like have a bunch of them, have them really eating up all our carbon dioxide. Because if we can get them doing that for us, ideally what's happening here is that we're actually going to vent the carbon dioxide output from this generator directly down to them to have them eat it up. Now, so that's kind of our big grand plan here. I kept pausing out of habit accidentally, but other things that we have done, we built a medical bay, looking pretty snazzy. You know, we've even got our little hatch in here hanging out. Those guys really get around. But we had to build that because digging through anywhere that has this slime has the possibility of them catching slime lung. And slime lung is not good. Everybody kind of starts coughing, and it's not a good time. And it looks like I actually need to set up a sink as well, now that I'm looking at that. So let's go ahead and set up just a manual wash basin. That way we're not spreading this more across the base. Because there are some spots that have it, especially down here as well. But we built up this hospital to help us treat that. We want that on people going to the right. Perfect. But aside from that, we had a new friend join here. We have Lyra. And then yeah, we got those cool little eggs. Looks like we just got another printable. Oh, pips. So if I got those, I wouldn't be able to feed them. So I'm not actually going to get those. So I think, for the time being, I mean, these guys kind of are all rather picky, and I don't terribly need any of them. I'm actually going to reject this one. We'll have to wait a little bit, but I think that'll be worth it to have things that are more useful. And, ooh, congratulations, you are now the most doctor of doctors. Now, I had kind of a lot more that happened. There were some, like, good morale things that happened, so people were, like, blowing up sticker bombs, and there were people with, like, rainbows shooting out behind them. I wish I caught it in the recording, but here we are. But no, that's kind of an overview of what we did today. Bit of a shorter kind of status update, but, you know, I guess that is what we were handed for the day. But I suppose I did get a little bit ahead of myself. I hope that you're having a great week. It's Thursday. It's almost the end of the week. I hope you're hanging in there all right. On our end, we're doing pretty good. We're setting up for some farm stuff. So we're making some raised garden beds. We are taking care of our trees, cutting off kind of the old deadfall, things like that. We have some baby birds that are going to come in the mail, and we're going to see if we can raise them for like eggs, stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Allergy season has not stopped quite yet, as I'm sure you can tell from my voice. But all in all, pretty good. I don't think I can complain that much. Why are you still halted due to the pressure? Is it just... Oh, there's chlorine sitting on top of you. That's interesting. I guess there's too much chlorine. Oh, okay. We're getting a good demonstration of kind of the density levels here. So oxygen apparently... Yeah, oxygen is lighter than chlorine, so it pushes chlorine downwards. But then chlorine apparently is lighter than carbon dioxide, but that's also pushing that downwards, but it's keeping the chlorine just like right there enough to be a problem. But it is a good demonstration of the different densities of the gas, because I happen to know hydrogen floats on top of oxygen. So now we have like this fun little kind of demonstration of a gas sandwich going on, right? Okay. Yeah. Pretty cool. Because if you try and fight those type of things, it ends up being a lot more power and trouble than it's really worth. So you just gotta kind of work with it. That's why we have this big old hole. This is going to be for sure the bottom of our base. That way, all of that can go over to our slicksters. I'm a little worried about it getting too chilly down there. I don't know what to do about that quite yet once we set up the Wheezewort. But I suppose that is kind of in our future to see. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. So, guys, again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking the time to drop by. I don't know how I would safeguard against video files getting corrupted while I'm recording, so I apologize for the scuff, but that's kind of where we're at. And yeah, as always, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I will see you later. If you would like to see more spooky content, we do stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. I have been trying to stream on the weekend lately around midday. That hasn't always worked out, just with scheduling, but kind of what we're aiming for. And yeah, if you guys have any game suggestions that you want to see me play, definitely drop it in the comments. I'm always happy to take a look at those. There are some games I'm just not very good at or I'm not interested at, so if you suggest something like not 100%, but I definitely will investigate it, right? Just to make sure that we're communicating and being transparent about that. But yeah, I would love to hear game suggestions, your guys' thoughts on the video, anything like that. As always, there's not pressure, but I do appreciate it a lot. So, but yes, once again, thank you for dropping by, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya.